Good afternoon, everybody. Hello. Hello, everybody. Happy Friday. And also, happy August. It's August now. Wait, hold on. August? Guys, I just realized. It's Asriel August. Oh my god. Genuine, by the way. This is not a bit. I literally just now realized that I could make that joke. Hi. Hold on, I need to do something. Hold up. I just realized I didn't lock my door. What about Togor Tuesday? Well, it's Friday, so... Not sure about that one. Cooking the knight, the mantle, or the goat? Cooking the minigame. That. So... Anyways, yeah, I hope everyone's had a good day so far. And, yeah. December. Alright, anyways. It's chapter 3, so don't want to stall too much, because we already know I'm getting stuck in cooking hell. Everybody's favorite part of chapter 3. Alright. Literally reached 2024 levels of Delta. Truly impressive. I don't think this is like brain rot. I think this is just how the fandom is. People be like, Toby needs to release these chapters. My brother in Christ, the fandom is just like this. Alright, anyways. Alright, I want to start playing in JP for, like, solo Chapter 3 stuff, but I want to do one more run in English. Mostly just because I want to make sure about some menuing stuff, so...
Weather Duo Battle Board 1 Cooking Reset. Weather
So
Duo
true.
Battle Board 1 Cooking Reset. Weather Duo Battle Board 1
Sisyphus.
Cooking Reset. Weather Duo Battle Board 1 Cooking Reset.
Wait, they give you a tier 1 for 42 months. Huge. Anyways. I'll do one more run in English just to make sure I'm menuing stuff, and then I'll probably switch over to JP for that juicy, actual, existent time save. Anyways, I hope you guys like board 1. That's 3.5 years. Oh my god, you're right. 3.5 years. Holy shit. God, in a little over a month, like in about a month and a half, it'll have been 4 years since I started speedrunning. Also 4 years since Chapter 2 came out. I wonder if there's any correlation between those two dates. Make sure I play well on these fights so I can get enough points for the C rank. Good luck on cooking and the rest of the run. True. I think you're good luck, and good luck at work to you. Women. You know what's funny? Apparently, I think it is only in JP. I don't know what the difference would be for English, but apparently it is like a frame faster to pick a La Nino because there's one less character in a text box in board 2. Which I think that's really funny. And like it's barely time loss. Like that it's like technically faster, you know? Wow, a 4-second time. All right. Y'all know what time it is. Who's ready? bruh. 4 special guests, surely. Alright. Run's dead. Yeah! What, chat, don't we love cooking? Isn't this so fun? Isn't this so much fun? Chapter 3 is waiting! Thank you, very good luck. We love cooking, we say in unison, lying. Chapter 3 is fun when you don't have someone yelling it's TV time in your ear. This is not Togor-tastic. Actually have to play this well. Oh my god. I don't think I'm gonna get the points, but I'll play it out. You need to get good ranks on battles, not because of the rank itself, but because of the points. So you need at least 530 points to actually get an S rank from fast cooking. Alright, well that's one way to guarantee it. Well, not guarantee it, that's one way to get the points I need. Just get a T rank, lol. Wow, a 4-second time. Ah, 3.9. Obviously, I know you're joking, but I just think it's funny because, you know, 4 seconds is the literal fastest it can go. Rounds up to 4 anyway. Yeah, funny game maker moments. Alright. Here we go again. I'll get off the floor. I can accept that. I can live with that. I can live with that time loss. Aaron, thank you for the good luck. Besides, I have a minute of time save in Mantle. Experiment with having pink ribbon for night, like the menuing for that and stuff. Got more consistent with ERM? The question mark. Hi Citron, welcome in. Like, think of it like this. Does one ever really get consistent at Mantle? Because bullshit can always happen. So, I'll go the runs. This is my first run out of cooking. And it wasn't even good, like a good cooking. But, you know, I'll take it. Because I'm mostly just doing this because I want to practice a menuing thing. Or for when I switch to JP. Manhole or Mantle? Well, obviously it's supposed to be Mantle, but I think Manhole is funny. Yeah, the answer is no, you don't get consistent at Mantle. This song's so fucking good. No, nice hitbox. You gone through the first Toby Fox set and Homestuck? Yeah. That's in Act 2. I still haven't read since yesterday, or since I finished Act 2, actually, but that's mostly just procrastination and being lazy. The auto split turned on for this because of the wrong warp. Nope, well, you know, it's fine, whatever. DBIS! Intentionally missing 6 frame years, you hate to see it. Smells like pepperoni. This is me when it smells like pepperoni. Baby, wait. Is Togor in Homestuck? Damn it, you figured it out. That's pretty Togor-tastic, if I have to say so myself. Oh boy, 1. Okay, second cycle. You know what? I'll live. I can live with that. Is Betty Crocker the knight? Get the moss. Getting the moss is actually a part of this route. It's actually part of the routing to help get S rank. Okay, that was a funny hitbox. Moss necessary for S rank? Yes. Technically, no. You can just also just farm a bunch of points, but the moss is, you know, it's right there. So, it is both required and also a safety net. But either way, you still have to play well on Lightner's Live. So... Right, fly for jobs, good luck. It's going good. Are the Lightners alive? I sure hope they are. True. Are the Lightners alive? Loss. Lightner's alive, and or I'll say. and the mom is kiss goodnight. The dad is hugged good morning. Yeah, makes sense, because I didn't get those wrong warps. Okay, lodestones. Yeah. I love sword. Can't hear you even though I have stream muted. Lamau. My fault. It's like our protagonist is muted. Alright. Unlocked with the ice key. That's crazy. Oh wait, Birdly. Oh, that was like actually like perfect positioning. Like he jumped towards me. The forbidden path began with ice magic. Snow games. stupid. Up. Left, right. Right. Down. Right. The door is locked. Well, then open it. People who haven't played the Weird Rap versus people who did. Real. Alright, well, I got one wrong word. I'm excited to see what Weird Route holds. There's a lot of potential with it. Discord failed to give me the pink small indie company. I love Discord and their ability to function. Allegedly. Your functioning is hard. Functioning is hard. That is true. Alright. It's time. Alright, or I'll say play nice. Alright, one. Alright, so who did anyone guess one I didn't see? Did anyone guess one as the first quiz? So 1, 4, 3? Alright. I think you were the only one who said 1 for the first quiz, so... Yeah, we're guessing quizzes. Which option Ralsei picks, because it's random. Alright, 1, 2. Hey, okay. When playing a single chapter, are you allowed to use completion? You have to start from scratch. You are not allowed to use completion data outside of all chapters. You aren't allowed to load a previous file, is basically. You aren't allowed to load a previous file, and we don't have a category extension for loading a previous file. Mostly because, like, there's, like, very little interest in it. Thank you for your luck, Jack. Also, hi, buddy. One, two, two. Yay. Someone said 2, 2. You're taking 2, 2. I didn't get 99 zappered. This is the greatest day of my life. And now it's gonna become the worst day of my life if I miss the wrong word that makes you old. Hi, welcome in. You're just in time for, like, the actual fun part of the run. Yay! Why is this just, like, the best song in the chapter? You forgot it's TV time? I'm still right, though. I mean, TV time's up there. It's, like, my third favorite song from this chapter, but... dinner. My all items knowledge coming in clutch. Knowing about that. Listen, I can't take Chapter 3, Who is the Secret Boss discourse seriously after Simi pointed out that it's just like the fucking how many Super Mario games are there video. Is I Am a Teacher Super Mario Sweater a secret boss? Three more years of Is Birdly a Boss discourse for some... It's not even Birdly 2 as the boss discourse, it's Birdly 1. Because that's the one you actually skip with Door Warp. And even then, it's not like... That's not even really a serious debate anymore. I always just meme on it because it was the funniest, like, talking point people used back when that debate was first happening. Dude, I'm being trolled. I was being trolled. I was being trolled. 3 down the middle. What do you mean? Alright, I'm just gonna settle the all bosses category debate. All bosses as a category was created when all we had was Chapter 1, and there was no possible way to skip bosses RTA, because ARMS was still a thing, so you could skip Clover. Or like anything that could be considered a boss, and it was called all bosses because people wanted a category where you fought Jevil and King. And we have just kept the name because it's the best way to describe the category. Our list of bosses is entirely arbitrary, and is decided on who we think both fulfills the role that Jevil did in Chapter 1, and what we think makes the category more fun to run. There, I solved the discourse. Does Mike count towards all bosses? Mike is a special case, where, like, by all intents and purposes, Mike is absolutely 100% a boss. However, because of, like, console differences, and also the fact that, like, it's just in a weird spot in the game to where, like, you have to, like, reload your save after, like, reaching Third Sanctuary and needing to have completion data, it was just way easier for us to just not have Mike not count for all bosses. Just because of all, like, the circumstances around it. The biggest one was the console difference, because the Mike fight is very different and way slower on Switch too. So, like, we were willing to make that concession. The console difference is too big. That was the nail in the coffin. Everything else was just kind of like shaky things where we were just like, should this be allowed? You know, like stuff like that. But the console difference was the decider. I was standing inside that, and somehow... Alright. I always have to focus a bit during that, because, you know. Evil and nefarious green Alphys. Is Green Alphys up there with, like, Togor and Dirty Brother and Baby Bones? Chester. Oh, those are used. Alright, I'm not even playing this run for PB, just because I'm doing this more for menuing stuff. So... Alright, Jane. There we go, jeez. Huh. Of course, games are fun. Fourth phase. Honestly, third phase is the hardest. Alright, let me figure out how I want to do this menuing. I think Susie first, because Mantle. Okay. Probably a better way to handle the weapons, but it's not as important. So yeah, just start on Susie and then go work my way down like normal, like I'm menuing. That makes a lot of sense to do it like that, yeah. So I want to have Mantle and Susie. I'm trying to figure out that menu just so I can do it in JP, because JP saves like a non-insignificant amount of time in AB. Like, it's still not as much as what Chapter 1 saves with JP, but it's like... Still, I think it's like about 10 seconds or something. So, you know. I probably don't need to heal, but, like, I will anyway. Stones are slot 3 on the shop. Deluxe stairs are slot 2. Start my menu and then Susie and just go down like normal for pink ribbon. To get pink ribbon on without having to find it. Alright, yeah. I think I'm ready to start running in JP after this. For AB. Triab specifically. Like, Chapter 3 solo, AB specifically. I'm still going to be playing in English for ACAB. Just because there's a lot more to keep track of. Probably don't need to heal, but I will heal anyway. Holy shit, guys, is that Chester? Is that Chester Holiday? No, it's Togor? Oh. Well, what if it's both of them? Rory Knight. He provides his brother Will. Alright, I need to lock in. I think I'm good to defend all, but I'm gonna do a Rude Buster just in case. Okay, I'm good. Shout out to the Roaring Fraud. Rip Chester. I didn't even need healing for that. I was just goated. I held a no hit all the way up to I held a no hit all the way up to the fucking sword circle, which is where basically all of my no hits die, because that attack sucks. You see, I could totally just bring out like the no hit equipment and items to like get an easier no hit where like, you know, the fight ends early before like the attacks I can't actually dodge show up. But that's boring. I'd want to get a no-hit on my own terms with like the full like fight in a speedrun. Sword Circle is basically my make or break attack. That and I guess now Teeth too, since the sword corridors are no longer a problem. Alright, I'm gonna lose frames to pick up the Shadow Crystal just cause. I want to feel something. Streamer, you lost frames. Yeah, it's PB. That's on peanut butter. And this still has a lot of free time save. Cause you know, I didn't get fast cooking off the third special guest like you normally should. And you know, no JP time save. Cause I was just doing this. I was just finishing out this run because I wanted to test out like the equip menuing to make sure it wasn't too hard. All right. hey, that was a successful run. Despite the fact that I went in with 0 expectations. Honestly, it was a PB because of Mantle, if I'm being honest. I mean, like, obviously, I had time save in other places, duh, but... Would you rather do Sword Circle for an hour or Mantle once? Mantle once. I do need to exit the chapter select before I start the next run. You need to make sure chapter 3 gets properly refreshed. God, it's crazy that record's a fucking 58. What sorcery is Mario Man pulling? Alright, I'm gonna try JP run. Alright, let's try it. I'm still fine with that 102 PB though, considering, you know. Like, if I don't PB another run, then that's fine. If anything, at least this will be adding the JP time save to specific golds that probably need it. Like the sword stuff. Yeah, that menuing isn't too bad. I just have to make sure I start the menuing on Susie. At least Rooter Buster is a really good song, so, you know, resetting doesn't hurt as much. Blech. My menuing is bad. Shoutouts to Woofle D. My menuing is bad. Why is Defend All menuing hard all of a sudden? They're yapping about something. Can't believe Jenna said that. How could he? And why does everyone choose El Nina? Because women. That's why. I try to alternate. Like every run. A 4-second time. Yeah, hey, I'm trying to do that. That's why I alternate. That's why I try to alternate every run. It's in board 2. There's like one less character. Good luck on Cook. Thank you. Don't fall in. Hold on. Good luck. I mean, literally, but... I want to at least get some JP time save in my split, so as long as I can get, like, a T rank, I'm fine. Thank you for good luck, aces. Act! No way, act? No way. That's crazy. I can live with this time loss mostly because it's also in my PB, but... Also just as I'm mostly just trying to get some golds for the JP time save. It's so funny that talking to Ram from the left only makes him move once. Definitely gonna need to look at. Like, I always feel like I'm forgetting like the proper Sword 1 routing, so I feel like I'm losing time there. But that's a future thing to worry about. Where's bro going? Where's bro going? Just want to be a rat. Many are saying this. I fell out. Man. Damn bad positioning. Why is it RNG? So it's so much faster. I love missing the wrong word. Kara, why did you do this? How could Kara do this? DBI. Chester, why did you do this? You missed DBIS. Now we're playing Chapter 3, but nobody can understand what the characters are saying. So just Chapter 3, because Undertale fans can't read. Just saw someone make Mizzle a man. What the fuck? That should be like a war crime. Friend! They simply choose not to. They can read, but they don't understand. Bang. Alright, grab the moss. Your favorite enemy? Like, are we just like normal enemies, or like, do we count bosses in this, or? Recruitable ones, I don't know, in terms of design, I really like Gwei. What else? I literally like, made a tier list of this the other day. I don't know, despite the hiccups with speedruns, I like Rudin and Rudin Ranger. Where Wire's cool, Where Wire's also cool. Honestly, like, the only, like, actual recruitable enemy that, like, I don't like is just Mouse Wheel. And that's just entirely because of speedrunning. I'm chill with Head Hathy now. Like, Head Hathy and I, we're chill now, we're cool. But Mouse Wheel, no. Yeah, they're just silly guys. It's cool. Shadow Gaze. I also like Zapper's design. The Shadow guys in that one room were in a polyamorous relationship. True, based, true. Real and true. enemies. I'm trying to think of other enemy designs I like. I mean, I will say this. I like Pippins, but like specifically the green Pippins. There was only one green Pippin. Yep. Hi, stupid, dumb, stupid idiot. Good luck, stupid, dumb, stupid. Hi, Ashley. Wait, really? I had no idea. Spam Tenno versus 10 Pip. True! Why not both? I was waiting for. I swear that I felt like that one was about to jump, just to fuck with me. One, two. Again, that nice JP time save. There was no way I was gonna get as good positioning as I did in the last run. I got that was a they had perfect positioning last run. Snow game. Oh my god. Sure. What do crews called kiss and they kissed or all say? True? I'm truing? Birdsay versus currently. Why not both? Oh my god, this time save man. 10 seconds. And I feel like almost all of that was from JP. First three options. Blue pants. What's the ship with the ice cream guy and burger slash pizza pants? It's like nice pants or something. That one's some masterful yaoi. Toby cooked some masterful yaoi in chapter 4 with those two. The endgame of Deltarune is all of them dating each other in order to take on the true end boss, saving money on filing taxes. You get it. You understand it. Didn't know Yoshi was the roaring knight. Alright, 2. Hi, Star. Thank you for the good luck. Alright, so I can 100% 101 in this category. This run doesn't even have fast cooking. It's on a 102.10 pace. Granted, like, every single split from here on out is a gold split, so... Alright, 2. Wait. 2. You're taking 2. You're 2. Man, I wonder when we're gonna find out who Popu and Larity are. Like, come on, Toby. Wait, do you think Popu and Larity could be Togor and Chester? Two. Plus 0.0 good bit. You are taking 2. I was supposed to be unlucky. You're just good. I was gonna say goated, but like I'm goated. So you're just birded. I'm just better. It's just an easy encounter skip every single time. Got the shadow guy repelling on. I was cutting that one a little close. Shout out to the free deluxe dinner. Imagine if the A and B answers were random. Hey, welcome to the quiz room where the A and B answers are random. It's a good thing there's a path to skip all the quizzes in this room. Toby's a real one. Yeah, the quiz questions in that room are random. They're selected from a small pool, from a smaller pool, but they're still random. Alright. Rock Souls. Rock Souls. Bang. Polyamory? Lamau. What's a game no kids in the neighborhood can play together? Monogamy. +2. That's a lot of gold. Yeah, it's almost like this is I have a lot of time save in chapter 3, just like in general. Alright. Alright, I will say, there's something really uncanny about exploring this board, like, for the first time, not even knowing that it's the cut third board. Like, this, like, somehow just still, like, fits, like, the vibe perfectly, even though the board itself was never used. Sure. The city board, yeah, but you still don't, like, it's still your first time seeing it. You don't know, like, what it is, and you may not, like, immediately put that connection together because that line of dialogue was, like, minutes ago. It was, like, way, like, probably, like, a while ago for, like, a casual player, you know? IDK, I did. I mean, congratulations, but, you know, I didn't, so, you know. Like, it isn't even an I can't read moment, it's just, why would you expect someone to remember that one line of dialogue when they get to that board, like, potentially, like, hours later? A good new channel recommendation? Bang. Hi, welcome in. That was weird. I think I thought something similar. I don't know. I don't even think I vocalized whatever I thought it was when in my recorded playthrough. But I think that's like what my head. I think that's what was in my head. Thank you for the follow. I think I'm losing a bit of time here from the actual, like, the dungeon movement itself. Because I had a really clean dungeon in PB. New view from UTRY. A lot of people watched my UTRY VOD upload. And it's funny because I didn't make any money of it because I wasn't monetized at the time. Now I'm making like pennies off of it and residual revenue from people still watching it. Alright, anyways, locking in. Yeah, okay, that was on me. That was just shit RNG. Like, at the end with those players, they're, like, directly on top of me. Also, I didn't react fast enough. Thought they scared me. It's faster. You just gotta react. Like, honestly, it's not even that dangerous. I just, like, misread the first placement. And got fucked because of it. Especially because, like, the immediate next ones were all, like, extremely wide. So, like, they were, like, traveling, like, far away from me. So, like, that was just, like, one misread, basically punishing me way more than, like, it normally would. I thank you for the good luck. I understand people who don't like this boss mantle is awesome. I have opinions on the fight. I think as like as a casual experience, the fight is really cool. I think in a speedrun, it is like the worst thing ever created, and I hate it. Holy shit, Hatter, I'll say. Unfortunately, this is not Chapter 1. I know if I want to get, like, a good rank, I don't need to graze here. But like, grazing actually does matter for these attacks, if I remember correctly, so... It's like one of the very few times in Chapter 3 where, like, it makes a major difference. I don't think I'm gonna get the points I need. Guess we'll see. I have to bank it on Shadow Guy. C rank, probably. Like I said, I like to alternate. Okay, I'm gonna cut it close depending on how this Shadow Gun goes. Okay, we're good. Get me out of this hell. I say as if cooking isn't coming up in like less than a minute. Certified board 1 moments. That. That was already a poor first part, so... Thank you for the follow. I suck at the cooking minigame. Then don't speedrun Chapter 3 then, because runs live or die by cooking minigame. And then DBIS, except I don't go for DBIS because like I respect my own sanity somewhat. If I really respected my sanity, I wouldn't be running Chapter 3. But I want to get better at individual chapters so I can stop losing minutes in all chapters runs. It's the first 30 seconds of the run. Nothing's happened. I think I'll take one more run out of cooking. Regardless of if, like, you know, the run finishes or not. I think I'll take one more out of cooking. You know, unless I just, like, can't get out of cooking for, like, 40 minutes. Which is valid and possible. Ugh. I was kind of sick grazing there for a bit. How's the Delta runing? I got a PB. So... I think this is barely T rank. Yeah, this is barely T rank, Lamau. Is La Nino always the one who leads in battle? Nope, it depends on who you select. The one you don't select on the third turn leads. It's just a lot of people like picking, El Nino. Because women. The women buff. You look on prison. Oh, it's thundering a bit outside. I almost thought this was like his greed sickens me moment. I let too many food fall. Alright, well, that was the 13 as opposed to like a 10 or whatever, which I got when I got my PB. Although I'm probably still losing time just because the actual board section wasn't that great. Alright, no, I did. Okay, I was fine. A little annoying that I couldn't get the actual fast cooking because RNG just placed the food too far apart for me to actually get any to get the amount I needed, but it's fine. Yeah, at least I got it at all. You know, I obviously can PB without it. I mean, considering it's not even in my PB in the first... It's not even in this PB in the first place. Okay, I want to, like, remember some... I think I remember a slightly different route from Shay's stream for Sword. I'm gonna try that, if I can remember it. I think that's probably the correct thing to do. It feels faster than what I was doing before. I mean, to be fair, I might be dropping frames. I haven't checked OBS, so I haven't really gotten the opportunity to check it. Sure. I'll take it. Mike, clip that shit. That sword wasn't even like the same hemisphere as the enemy. Mad spawn location. Okay, yeah, that route was definitely faster. one tree early. The start location is randomized in like a 1-tile radius. So regardless of if I chose 1 or 1 over, there's still always a chance I'd have to do that. So that chest location is just randomized slightly by like 1 tile in each direction, I'm pretty sure. Or it's just like 4 tiles it can spawn on, I think. I don't know the specifics. Sword funnies. It's funny how once you get out of like once you get into board 2, the game just becomes like easy for like 20 minutes. Because board 2 is like very simple. Nothing nearly as bad as cooking in it. In fact, Lightner's Live is just makes getting the S rank super easy. Yeah, no, Paradise is really cool. I like this song. Ugh. My menuing is bad, shout out to Woofledy. I could never do a speedrun. Yeah, no, it's not for everyone, obviously. I enjoy speedrunning Deltarune, but you know, not everyone does. I would get distracted. I mean, I get distracted a lot during runs. I've messed up stuff before because of that, because I've just been talking. Yeah, it's definitely about to start raining outside. I'm sure I also just heard some thunder. Almost forgot the most important part, except like unironically. Alright, well, I guess my vacation memories is just gonna be that corner of the screen. They call me the Eber. Time! I like Lightner's Live. I fucking love Susie on the drums, going off. I just like glance over and just like, yep. Shout out to Lightner's Live Plus on Crickets. Yeah! Crickets is so fucking funny. I just noticed it says Coke Eater. Instead of, because it's not, instead of Moss. In 10 seconds of times I've been here just from Japanese text. She feels comfortable enough in the Dark Worlds just to be goofy. Yeah, she's just a silly girl sometimes. Oh, that was great placement. That was not. Stop going all the way down, bro. Two. Never mind, cut the okay. It's always funny collecting that candy from like halfway across the screen sometimes. No games. Retro games. Up. Up. Left. Right. Right. Down. Right. It's so funny that you can just do this. Damn, I just cannot get those wrong words. That'll have to be on my list of things to practice, I reckon. Rebuild my... Hell yeah. I love that Channel Point Redemption just because, like, fucking... what? It's literally just nothing, but, like, with a different name. Rebuild my points. Congratulations, Double Delta winner. You've gathered enough points to face my champion. Hello, welcome in. Before I join you, think of a first message. Twitter instead of speed running. I was just checking my phone. Why are you checking? Alright, 1. Alright, sure, Marlon, surely you don't guess this a 3rd time. Mike, rebuild my pipes. One, 4. Ralsei. Ralsei, Ralsei, Ralsei. Missed the second quiz, it was 4. We're almost out of the boring part of the game. One, 4, 4. Mods, kill this man. Mike. Mike, just fucking kill him. Mike, delist the plushes. Yay! I love the wrong word that makes you old. Big fan. Hey, got old. I'm old. SpongeBob Patrick Squidward, Mr. Krabs. SpongeBob Patrick Squidward, Mr. Krabs. SpongeBob Patrick Squidward, Mr. Krabs. Oh my, it's just that easy. It's quite literally just that easy. SpongeBob me Bob, you've summoned the nut swoon. My name is Edwin. I summoned the knight. It was difficult to put the pieces together. Genuinely, I think this is just the best section of the chapter. And it's not even close. bum 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 ba-dum. Oh, immersive art in Lugia. Immersive art! True. Truth nuke. New art coming soon. I can't believe I got the Ho-Oh immersive art on like my 3rd pack. Bang. Bangin' Lancer, my man. Alright. Once again, another good TV world. Plus rules. TV world is always good. True! Truth nuke. And so, once again, find ourselves about to enter Sword 3 ahead of PB. Will we beat Jane Mantle? Who knows? Thank you for good luck. How many chips for a Shadow Mantle boss? Honestly, not really, because if you aren't on your first attempt, the fight is just RNG hell. A lot of the strats I use for the fight work because your very first attempt at the fight is always consistent. In terms of, like, attacks and certain placements up to a point. I know, I guess one tip is just to, like, sack and die a lot early on if you're just trying to beat it, because the more you die, the more common healing becomes. And I think, after 7 deaths, I think, is when more than one healing item can spawn per phase. But this is, like, solely for if you're trying to beat the fight casually. Fucking look at all that healing. I love how that puzzle is just straight up a puzzle out of a Zelda game. I remember doing that puzzle multiple times in A Link to the Past. Flowey the Flower from Hit Game Undertale. Something something chapter 5 spoilers. .1 gold. Alright. Does the run live or does the run die? What hit me? I'm kind of throwing. I lock in. Okay, yeah. No, I kind of threw so hard during phase 1 that, like, there wasn't even a chance. I misread a bomb and this kind of got comboed a bit. Oh well, I got a 102.32 out of this. Like, I already got like a good PB out of this. Even if that PB was like supposed to be like the practice run to get down a menu egg. Hey, you know what? Just for you, chat. Just so all this time doesn't go to waste. Alright. Just for you guys, let's go beat up the knight. Okay, no, yeah, this is the triab setup because I was practicing. Let's go beat up the knight. One last time, just for you guys. Oh, I get so fast, debug mode. Debug mode has a speed up button. Okay, yeah, no, that was a bad positioning. Average Starstorm 2 moment. Of course I no-hit Sword Circle on the attempt where I got hit by another attack. Play it safe. what fucking one hit. I took one hit and it was cause just like bullshit RNG from. It was just bullshit RNG from Starstorm 2. That's funny. Like, of course, man. Alright, funny speed up. Whatever, go my speed up. Alright. Thank you guys for stopping by the way. That's gonna be it for me for today. Still a pretty successful stream. Like, overall. I mean, I got a PB out of it, so... Even if I wasn't able to get a run past Mantle after that point, I got a PB. Holy Ash Mike the stream. Gotta go raid my mortal enemy, I mean bestie, Ash Mike the. Anyways, wait before. Discord, socials, Blue Sky. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye.